Welcome back to Miss English Channel. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. It's so nice to have you here again.
Today's episode is perfect for our A1 English learners. We're talking about something everyone experiences, jobs.
Yes, we'll learn how to talk about your job, your daily work, and even your dreams for the future.
That's right. Talking about your job is such a common topic in everyday English. You'll use it at work, at parties, or when you meet someone new.
Exactly. So let's learn how to describe what you do in a simple, natural way.
Before we start, if you like our lessons, please subscribe, share this video with your friends, and give us a big thumbs up. It helps us grow and create more episodes for you.
Yes, thank you for supporting us. Every click really means a lot.
All right, Paul, let's begin. Imagine someone asks you, "What do you do?" How would you answer?
Good question, Emily. The easiest way is to say your job title. For example, I can say, I'm a teacher.
That's right. Simple and clear. You can also say, "I work as a designer," or "I'm a nurse."
Exactly. So, Emily, what about you? What's your job title?
I'm a presenter for Miss English Channel, and I also work as a content creator. It's such a fun and creative job.
That sounds amazing. I love that you make learning English so friendly and easy.
Thank you, Paul. And what about you?
I'm an English teacher. I help students around the world improve their speaking skills every day.
That's wonderful. And sometimes people want to know where you work. For example, you can say, "I work for a marketing agency," or "I work at a hospital."
Yes, and if you don't work for a company, you can say, I'm self-employed. It means you're your own boss.
Oh, like you sometimes, right, Paul?
Yes, I'm self-employed too. I work independently, and I enjoy the freedom it gives me.
That's great. Now, what about responsibilities? How can we talk about what we do every day?
You can say something like, I manage social media, or I help customers every day. This shows what your job includes.
Exactly. For me, I can say, "I plan content, record videos, and talk to our listeners."
Perfect example. And here's a useful phrase, I'm responsible for. For example, I'm responsible for planning the lessons.
Yes, that's a great one. Or you can say, "My main task is to make English learning fun."
And Emily, you really do make learning fun.
Thank you, Paul. I try my best.
Here's another phrase you can use. A typical day at work looks like. It helps describe your daily routine easily.
Right. For example, a typical day at work looks like teaching 5 classes and checking homework.
That's clear and simple. So remember, when you talk about your job, mention 3 things: your job title, the company you work for, and your main responsibilities.
Exactly. Easy and natural. Now, let's move to the next part, your daily routine at work.
Yes, people often want to know what your typical day looks like, from morning to evening.
You can start with what time you begin and finish. For example, I start work at 9 a.m. and finish at 5 p.m.
That's a good structure. Then you can talk about the main things you do during the day.
For example, every morning I check my emails and have a short meeting with my team.
Yes, that's what many people do. Then you can continue, I work on my main tasks until lunchtime.
And after lunch, maybe you can say, "I have a few more meetings and finish my tasks by 5 p.m.
Perfect. It gives a full picture of your workday.
Don't forget to include breaks or small moments with your coworkers. It makes your description sound more real.
Yes, for example, I usually have lunch with my colleagues, or I take a short coffee break in the afternoon.
That's nice. So a complete answer could be, "Every morning I check my emails, then I work on my projects until lunch. After lunch, I join a few meetings and finish my tasks by 5 p.m.
That's clear, complete, and easy to understand.
Paul, what about you? What's your daily routine like?
Well, I usually plan my lessons in the morning, then I teach my students. After lunch, I teach more classes or meet other teachers to share ideas. I usually finish at around 4 p.m.
That sounds like a productive day.
It really is. I enjoy the routine because every class feels different.
So everyone listening, remember, when you talk about your daily routine, include your start and finish times, your main tasks, and what you do during breaks.
That's right. It helps others understand your workday clearly.
Now, let's move to another interesting part, your work environment.
Ah, yes, where you work. It could be an office, your home, or outdoors.
That's right. Many people today work remotely from home, like us sometimes.
Yes, or you can say, I work in an office downtown, or I have a hybrid job, some days at home, some days at the office.
And some people work outdoors, like construction workers, gardeners, or tour guides.
True, you can say, I work outdoors and I love the fresh air.
That sounds nice.
It is, and we can also talk about the atmosphere. Is it formal or informal?
Good question. A formal workplace means you wear business clothes and follow strict rules.
An informal one is more relaxed. You can wear jeans or casual clothes.
My workplace is informal. We can wear comfortable clothes and be creative.
Same here. I love that kind of atmosphere.
And what about your coworkers? Are they friendly? Do you work closely together?
Yes, my coworkers are very friendly, and we often help each other.
That's great. I think teamwork makes every job better.
I agree. You can also say, I work in a small team. We're like a family.
That's so sweet, Paul.
Thanks, Emily. Now let's look at some useful vocabulary that helps describe your work environment.
Yes, let's do that. First, there's open space. It means a big office room with many desks and no walls between people.
That's right. Many modern companies use open spaces so people can talk and work together easily.
Next, we have deadline. That's when you must finish your work, a specific date or time.
Yes, like I have a deadline on Friday. Deadlines can sometimes be stressful, but they help us stay focused.
Another common word is boss. That's the person who manages your team.
And coworker means someone who works with you, your colleague.
Yes, and client means a person or company that pays for your service or product.
We also have team, which means a group of people who work together on a project.
Like us, Paul, we're a small team working on this channel.
Exactly. And one more phrase, flexible hours. It means you can choose when to start and finish work, as long as you do your tasks.
That's a great benefit for many people. You can manage your time better and work when you feel most focused.
Yes, so remember, when you describe your job, you can talk about where you work, your team, and your schedule. It gives listeners a full picture.
Now, let's talk about something everyone has, job satisfaction. Do you like your job, Paul?
Oh yes, I really love my job, Emily. It's so rewarding to help students learn and feel more confident.
That's wonderful. I feel the same. I love my job because it's creative, and I get to meet so many interesting people from around the world.
That's a perfect example. You can say, I like my job because it's fun, or I love my job because it's challenging.
And sometimes there are things we enjoy less. It's normal. For example, I love recording videos, but I don't enjoy editing as much. It takes a lot of time.
Yes, I understand that. For me, I enjoy teaching the most, but grading homework can be a little tiring.
We all have those parts, right? Every job has things we like and things we don't.
Exactly. You can also say, my job can be stressful sometimes, but I love my team. That sounds honest and positive.
That's a great way to show balance. Talk about both the challenges and the good parts.
Now, what about people who don't like their jobs and want to change? That's also very common.
Yes, you can say, I'm looking for a new opportunity. It means you want to find a different job.
Or you can say, I want a job that's closer to my home, or I want to find a job with better pay.
All natural ways to express your goals. Talking about your work life helps people understand you better.
Absolutely. And sometimes when we talk about jobs, we share our past experience.
That's right. Let's talk about that next.
You can start with, I used to work. For example, I used to work in a small company, but now I'm in a big international team.
That's a great way to show how your career has changed over time.
Yes, or you can say, before this, I worked part-time at a coffee shop while I was a student.
That's a good one. And when you talk about your past jobs, don't forget to share what you learned.
Exactly. You can say, in my last job, I learned how to manage a team, or I learned a lot about customer service.
That helps people understand your skills and experience. It's like telling your career story in a simple way.
Yes, for example, I used to be a salesman, and I learned how to talk to different kinds of people.
That's a useful skill in any job. So remember, when you describe your past experience, mention where you worked and what you learned.
Exactly. It makes your story more complete and natural.
Now, let's talk about something exciting, the future.
Ah, yes, our career goals and dreams. I love this part.
So, where do you see yourself in the future, Paul?
I'd like to travel the world and teach English in different countries. That's my dream.
Wow, that sounds amazing. For me, I'd love to grow our YouTube channel and create more inspiring content full-time.
That's a wonderful goal. You can express it by saying, in the future, I'd like to, or I want to.
Yes, for example, I want to become an expert in my field, or I want to improve my communication skills.
Perfect. And you can also say, I'd like to learn more about digital marketing, or I want to develop new skills.
It shows that you have a growth mindset. You always want to learn and move forward.
Exactly. And that's something every employer likes to hear.
So everyone listening, think about your future. What's your dream job? What skills do you want to learn next?
Yes, dream big, but keep learning step by step. That's how progress happens.
I love that. All right, let's now talk about something very practical, how to ask other people about their jobs.
Oh yes, this is useful in real conversations.
The most common question is, what do you do?
Simple and natural. And after they answer, you can ask, do you like your job?
That shows interest and keeps the conversation friendly.
You can also ask, how long have you worked there? Or what's the most interesting part of your job?
I like those questions. They help people open up and share more about their lives.
And one more, what's a typical day like for you? That's great for small talk.
Yes, these questions help you connect naturally with new people, especially when you meet them for the first time.
Exactly. And talking about work is one of the easiest ways to start a friendly English conversation.
And now we've covered so much today, describing your job, your routine, your experience, and even your dreams.
Yes, and these phrases will help learners talk about work with confidence and clarity.
Practice them often. Try describing your own job or dream job in English.
That's right. Practice makes perfect. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
And before we finish, don't forget to subscribe to Miss English channel and share this episode with your friends.
Yes, leave us a comment too. Tell us about your job or your dream job. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you for listening today.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.